Horror movies, you either love them or you hate them. Some people enjoy getting scared, others not so much. Personally, I'm always down for a good creepy movie. And I'm sorry to tell you guys who don't like horror movies, but there are a lot of creepy movies coming out this year, and that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Hey YouTube, I'm Court McGinley and welcome back to the most amazing top 5. Before we get started, I want to know, what is your all-time favorite horror movie? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Alright, let's get started on our list of the top 5 scary movies coming out in 2018. Coming in at number 5 spot, The Strangers Prey at Night. Yes, this one's already out, but technically it came out in 2018 and it's freaking terrifying, so it makes this list. As you guys know, I can't do masks. They freak me the F out. Can't do it. This movie was released on March 9th and I saw it opening night because even though it scares me, I like horror movies. And I mean, I only saw half of it anyway because the whole time I was like this. No, couldn't do it. In this movie we have Christina Hendricks, Bailey Madison, Martin Henderson, and Lewis Pullman. This movie takes place 10 years after the first one, and Baghead, Dollface, and Pinup Girl are back and crazier than ever. This time, instead of being in a cabin, we are in a deserted trailer park, and a family comes face to face with the masked psychopaths. Now I must say the original was better than the sequel, but it's still worth watching and it's really messed up and freaky. In at number 4, Truth or Dare. This movie is set to come out on April 13th, and in it we have Lucy Hale, Tyler Posey, Violet Benet, Nolan Gerard Funk, Hayden Zito, and Sophia Taylor-Alley. The trailer for this movie looks pretty dark. It's a little bit of cringe tied in with a lot of WTF moments. But this movie comes from the producers of Get Out, The Purge, and Happy Death Day. All really good horror films, so it's probably going to be really good. In this youth-oriented slasher, we follow a group of friends who get stuck in a deadly game of truth or dare when something starts punishing the players who break the rules. It's going to be interesting to see how this movie ends. In at number 3, The Purge: The Island. The Purge movies are all terrifying, and after the last one, I thought, how can they top that? Well, apparently by dumping them on an island. This movie is set to be released on July 4th. In it, we'll see Steve Harris, Patch Darragh, Mo McRae, and Yovan Wade, among others. So in 2013, we started off with The Purge, then came The Purge Anarchy, and then The Purge Election Year, and each movie just got scarier and scarier. So this 4th installment is actually a prequel, which should be pretty interesting. It's going to take us back to the very first experimental purge on Staten Island. Yeah, if it's like any of the other Purge movies, it's going to be terrifying. Coming in at number 2, The Nun. Yeah, this was one I was hoping would never come out. So I assume you've all seen The Conjuring, and if you haven't, I don't know if there's any hope for you. All I can say is you have to watch it. This is the first movie that introduces the nun. Well, technically it's Conjuring 2, but you should still watch the first one. But now she has her own movie in the latest franchise spin-off. This one is inspired by the evil nun that haunted Lorraine Warren. It's set to come out on July 13th, and in it we'll have Demaine Bitcher, Tessa Farmiga, and Charlotte Hope, among others. In this movie we follow a priest and a novitiate who discover an unholy secret at a Romanian abbey after a nun takes her own life. Yeah, this film is definitely going to be interesting, that's for sure. And in at number 1, Halloween. Now this is a movie that people are super excited for, and that's basically for 2 reasons. 1, the movie is amazing and it's created a great franchise. This will actually be the 11th installment in the Halloween franchise. And 2, Jamie Lee Curtis is back. This movie of course is coming out right around Halloween on October 19th. It's also important to note that this movie is a new sequel, not a remake. And in it we have Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, and Andy Matichak, among others. Now as you guys might remember, Jamie's character died in Halloween Resurrection. So how is she back? Well, the filmmaker on this project, David Gordon Green, is ignoring the continuity of every film after the first one. So from what I grasped, this Halloween is picking up 40 years after the events of the original film. And Laurie Strode is back and once again comes face to face with Mike Myers. They're keeping pretty tight-lipped about this movie, and they're